moving off of that topic and into healing tip number 4, which is kind of right in the same theme. But one of the most powerful healing tools besides mindset that is free and available to everyone. And this one we just don't take enough advantage of. And that is the sun. And we live in a society where we have somehow become so afraid of the sun. And, of course, dermatologists will say, if you're going to go in the sun, make sure you are wearing sunblock, SPF 50. Don't let your skin get out in the sun too long, or you'll develop skin cancers. And certainly skin cancers are a concern, and too much sun exposure can contribute to that. But skin cancers don't happen just because of the sun. Skin cancers happen for a whole host of reasons, and UV radiation from the sun can be one of those thorns, right? So again, skin cancers happen because of many thorns in the body, and the UV radiation from the sun is like the tipping point, right? It's like the extra thorn. But the sun is actually critical for health. And if you don't have daily sun exposure, your health begins to break down. There's so many benefits of sun exposure that, we just don't take into consideration, because again, it's just so simple to walk outside and have your skin exposed to the sun. But we just don't utilize this amazing healing tool. You can get your vitamin D production, obviously, through the sun. And you can take supplements, but it isn't the same. And it's not synthesized the same way in your body. It's not utilized the same way in your body. So obviously sun exposure is preferable to vitamin supplementation. The sun is important for energy production and supporting the mitochondria. It increases nitric oxide, which is also important for energy production, and improves oxygenation, releases endorphins, increases dopamine, helps detoxification, fights depression and other mood disorders and more. And then the sun, there's much more literature on the health impacts of the sun than there is even on grounding. Again, that's something that's mounting. But if you think about it, the way we live, when we go outside, we put sunscreen on our skin, we cover up, we wear sunglasses. And again, if you think about people who lived, just 200 years ago, there was no sunscreen, there was no sunglasses. People were not afraid of the sun. They were in, out, and around the sun all day long. And we're so disconnected from that. So, do you really need the sunscreen? I think the recommendation for sunscreen is really appropriate if you're somebody who never sees the sun ever, and then you go directly out into the sun, because then you're going to get burned. But, the natural adaptation to the sun happens when you're around it every day, and then you don't burn if you're out and around it every day. So we really need to rethink our relationship to the sun. We don't need to be afraid of the sun, and we need to be thinking of the sun as an amazing healing tool, and that you can go outside barefoot, be in the sun, and you're actually putting your body into a healing state. So, and the other thing, it's free. I mean, that's the whole point of these tips, is I really wanted there to be things that are free, low cost, accessible, and the sun is something that's accessible to pretty much everyone.